नमस्कार, हेलो एंड वेलकम टू चाय चैट विद लवीना। इस माहौल में जब लॉकडाउन अभी भी यूके में कायम है और लंदन में तो बहुत जोर शोर से है, हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं आपसे संपर्क बनाए रखें और इसीलिए चाय चैट का काफिला और सिलसिला वर्चुअली अभी भी चल रहा है। तो एक बार फिर आपका स्वागत है और आज की चर्चा का जो विषय है वो है तो डॉक्टर्स को लेकर, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हम सबकी जिंदगियों से जुड़ा हुआ है। हम सब अपना देश छोड़कर यहाँ विदेश में हैं और इसे ही अपना देश अब मानते हैं। बहुत से लोग सालों साल यहाँ पर हैं, उनका भी अब परिवार यहाँ पर बस गया है, यहीं पर यही उनका घर है। लेकिन उन सब के माँ बाप, कई लोगों के बल्कि माँ बाप अभी भी देश में हैं, लेकिन उनको यहाँ लाना बहुत ही मुश्किल काम है, बल्कि नामुमकिन के बराबर है इस वक्त जो इमिग्रेशन रूल्स हैं उसको लेकर। इस मुद्दे पर खास तौर पे डॉक्टर्स एक मुहिम चला रहे हैं और इसी बारे में हम बात करेंगे एक डॉक्टर्स की टोली से, और साथ में बैरिस्टर भी हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं। तो आइए सबसे पहले स्वागत करते हैं हम हमारे सारे पैनलिस्ट का। आज की इस चर्चा में हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं डॉक्टर रमन लक्ष्मण, जो कंसल्टेंट पीडियाट्रिशियन हैं मगर आज एक बेटे के तौर पर बात करेंगे। साथ में हैं बैरिस्टर उषा सूद, जो ह्यूमन राइट्स और इमिग्रेशन लॉ पर महारत हासिल रखती हैं और अपनी शिरकत भी अपनी इस मुहिम में उन्होंने साथ भी दिया है, दे रही हैं बल्कि डॉक्टर्स का। और साथ में डॉक्टर जे.एस. भामरा, जो चेयर हैं बापियों की एक एसोसिएशन, बहुत ही बड़ी एसोसिएशन जो भारतीय मूल के डॉक्टर्स को रिप्रेजेंट करती है यहाँ यूके में। और साथ में बीएमए, ब्रिटिश मेडिकल एसोसिएशन यूनियन एसोसिएशन है, रिकॉग्नाइज्ड यूनियन एसोसिएशन, जो कि उसके वो डेप्यूटी चेयर साइंस हैं। तो बहुत बेहतरीन हमारे साथ पैनल है। सबसे पहले रुख करते हैं डॉक्टर भामरा के साथ और समझते हैं कि अब तक ये मुहिम कहाँ तक पहुंची है और क्या मांगे हैं।
Really very grateful to Ajtak and particularly to yourself, because obviously Ajtak is our favorite family channel, and this is a hugely important issue. It extends beyond Indians, but it's for your purposes because this is especially important to Indians. Now you will know, probably you don't know, but the second most in terms of numbers doctors in the UK are from Indian origin.
Yes.
So first are British graduates and then come Indian graduates. So this is a very important issue. So on the 13th of January,
yes,
we wrote, this is a combined letter of the BMA, BAPIO, APNE, which is Association of Pakistani Physicians of Northern Europe, as well as the Royal College of Psychiatrists, Royal College of GPs, Royal College of Ophthalmologists, Royal College of Obstetrics and Gynecology, to say, and I've probably missed one or two people, but in the main, a lot of us got together to write to Preeti Patel on the 13th of January to tell her that the highly restrictive immigration rules, which I'm sure Usha, my good learned legal colleague, will explain afterwards, are hugely restrictive. Now, just to give you a context to that, during COVID, this has especially come as a bit of a real psychological pain, physical pain to many people, because our doctors have had to travel between India and UK. And in the lockdown, that's not been easy at all. As some people have lost their parents while they've been here and not to be able to travel there. Some people have been stuck there because they've been looking after elderly parents. So it has been a massive issue for us.
Yes.
So this is where we stand. We're asking Preeti Patel, basically, please can you change the rules? This is a highly restrictive rule. It is putting a mental strain on a lot of our workforce. It's got to change.
Okay. No, I understand. Bringing your parents to the UK, ये तो बिल्कुल ही असंभव काम है एक तरह से, इतनी मुश्किलात आती हैं. So I will go on that to Usha ji. But before that, I know Dr. Raman Lakshman, who is a pediatrician and consultant pediatrician, but today I said that he's going to speak like a son. And I'm sorry, you listen to other people, but can we please listen to you and your story about what has it meant not having your parents here? And I hear they are above 80.
That's right, Lavina. My father is 87 and he has got kidney failure. So he is poorly. My mum is 80. She's got severe, she's very frail and osteoporosis. She falls and breaks bones. They have been living on their own in Mumbai. So, they are not with any family or any child. They are on their own. Clearly, this was not, it was not acceptable to me, and we tried to get them over on the dependent visa, but we were told that the chances that you will succeed are very, very, very small.
Yeah.
Now, in September of this year, my mum had a fall. So the thing is, mum and dad, they live together. Mum has a fall. Dad can't pick her up. He doesn't know what to do. What does he do? He calls me in England and says, Mum has fallen to the ground. Don't know what to do. Don't know whether she's got a fracture. I then call people from here to try and coordinate a response there. You can imagine how difficult that is. Yeah. Of course, they cannot be taken to a hospital because there's only 2 old people. Who will look after them in a hospital? So luckily, I've got some very good friends in Bombay. So they come, the doctor came in, they looked, they did the X-ray, and but she was bedridden for more than a month. She needs a catheter. We keep carers. Carers will come, they will leave. With COVID, it's so difficult. So, this is old people, old age, death, disease will come to all of us. But what we want is to feel we cared for them, that they felt cared for, they felt loved, and with the current rules, it's very hard to do that. And I've had similar multiple medical emergencies, over the last few years where I have to rush there. The system here doesn't allow you to just leave all your work and go there, the drop of a hat. You have to plan these things. So it is really, really very difficult for people who have elderly parents who do not have any other support and who are in India. Thank you.
No, I understand that absolutely. And बहुत मुश्किल काम हो जाता है आपको यहाँ पे भी लोगों को संभालना, especially if you're a doctor or even us, and आधा दिल हमारा वहाँ पड़ा होता है. Usha ji, if I may please call you Usha ji, is that okay?
That's fine, thank you.
Barrister
yes.
Usha Sood will take a lot of time. Very, very acclaimed barrister. और मुझे बताया गया कि आप sari, first judge and barrister to have worn a sari in the court. So well done for that, and preserving and conserving our culture. Well done. Kudos for that, Usha ji. But आपसे पूछूं कि मुझे पता है, मैंने काफी इमिग्रेशन के शोज भी किए हैं, कि खासतौर पे पेरेंट्स को लाना बिल्कुल ही असंभव है, क्योंकि आपको वहां केयर दिखाना पड़ता है कि वहां कोई भी नहीं है आपका जो देखभाल कर सकता है, which is not always possible in a country that you've lived with. So अभी जो rules आए हैं उनकी अपेक्षा उसमें कोई बदलाव नहीं आ रहा है. What is happening? And tell us the legal parameter, please. Fill us in.
So let's go back to basics and say that the initial rules weren't that divisive. They didn't separate parents and children. But in 2012, the government changed the rules and made the current ADR rules. And all of a sudden, when the figures were looked at, from about nearly 2,500 applications a year, the figure dropped to 160 applications. And that signified that people just could not even begin to think of applying under the current rules. So the current rules already we've had from Lakshmanji about the fact that they are very restrictive, cannot be, you can't really succeed under them. Of the 160, less than 10 or so a year would be successful. So people don't even try. And the reason for that is because the government has not only put into place the requirement that the person must be so frail, but they also say there must be no way of delivering alternative care. So in the government's mind, the alternative care could be a carer, it could be a care home. But I often in court have quoted the example of Shravan Kumar, taken it straight from mythology and said to the judges, how on earth can you ask, say, for example, a Hindu child not to look after their parents when they are older? This is what we are taught to believe in and to bring them, brought up to make sure that we can look after them like they nurtured and sacrificed for us. So ultimately, I would say, Lavina, it is a human right, an innate, inherent in really, undeniable human right to be able to look after your parents. And that should be not made the mountain that it is at the moment. So this campaign is really asking for a reversal of the rules. And clearly, although it's being spearheaded by the medical community who are being so good at the moment in trying to put this forward, it will benefit a few other professionals as well. But the test is simply, we want them to relax the rules so parents can come here more easily.
Yeah, no, I was about to get to that. I mean, of course, doctors have especially in this environment, बहुत मुश्किल हुई होगी आप लोगों को, even leave and go, हम कोई और भी नहीं जा पाया. But is it only for the doctors that you're campaigning? Because people say that even our parents would come here.
So Lavina, my clients include teachers, nurses, IT people, but the numbers are not massive.
Right.
If you look at it, the government doesn't have to have a floodgates point. It's not never was a floodgates point. And the second thing that they spuriously put up, really artificially put up, is these people are going to be a drain on our resources.
Yeah.
First of all the people working here and British citizens contribute to the economy. And the second thing is, when they let people in for what they call discretionary leave, which is a 3-year leave, they just ask them to pay an immigration health surcharge. So ask these parents to pay that. And really, there is no even financial argument that they can mount in this case. So really, as long as we can get to have a dialogue with this government on this, I think we are in a position now that we should be able to knock most of their arguments down.
इस चर्चा को और आगे ले जाएंगे, लेकिन इस वक्त हम कर लेते हैं एक छोटा सा नन्हा सा ब्रेक. लौटते हैं एक बार फिर चाय चैट पर.